Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my NHL 25 wish list. We got a lot to cover today, so I'm going to try to ramble as little as possible. Let's get into it. So we're going to break this video down into 3 different segments. We're going to start with some general philosophy changes that I'd like to see. Then we're going to get into some quality of life changes that are much needed. And finally, we're going to get into gameplay. First and foremost, let's talk about the XP set. So this was what I thought was a great idea. The execution was a little lackluster. So I have 2 big gripes about the 99 XP sets in this game. First off, I don't think we should have to pay any of our own stuff, any of our own fodder to earn these packs. Sure, you're getting a 99 at the end of this, which is a little bit more of a better reward than how the seasonal collectibles used to be, but we never had to pay stuff for the seasonal collectible packs except for just the collectibles, and I think that's the way it should be going forward, especially since it is August 11th as I'm recording this video. I play, or at least log in to this game almost every single day since launch, and I have way too much time played on this game. Several hours. I don't even want to tell you guys how long. And I only have 31 of the 40 XP collectibles. I don't even have the 99 yet, and I might not get it before NHL 25 comes out, which is kind of crazy. Now that's obviously because I tend to want to play this game online more so than the offline modes. Hut Rush is a great way to get collectibles. I don't personally love playing Hut Rush. Logging in every day, you get 1 free collectible, but you can get a second one by completing some objectives. I tend to do that unless it's like play a squad battles game or play a Hut Moments game. I don't want to have to play offline because I don't like playing offline. I really enjoy playing online, and next year in particular, I'm going to have even less time to play because I'll be in the final year of my physical therapy program, so I'm going to have a lot more schoolwork to do. I don't want to have to play offline ever in NHL 25 if I don't really want to. So that leads in what I think could be a very good idea for NHL 25, and that's simply some kind of battle pass where no matter how you want to play the game, you earn XP to work towards some free rewards throughout a period of time, and you're not forced to play any certain kind of way. Next up, let's talk about X Factors real quick. I think their idea of having 1 representative from every single NHL team was a good idea. I like the idea that I can get a Trevor Zegras card who has a unique gold ability in Skilled Up. He's one of the few players in the NHL that has done that move several times in the real game. I think it's cool to have a card like that for my personal representative for my favorite team, and I think every fan should have someone they can go make. But we need to have McDavid, we need to have Draisaitl have X Factor cards, we need to have McKinnon and Makar have X Factor cards. Do 1 player from each team and then do a little extra. And then another addition that would be really cool for X Factors, I know my man No Sleeves has been talking about this for a couple years now. Every time your player, for whatever X Factor you have, gets a new card, and say that new card has a different gold ability, make the X Factor have the option to flip through all of the different zone abilities that every one of his cards has. And you could even do that with silver abilities too. That kind of makes the X Factors even more unique, and if you want to make them harder to get because they're going to be a little bit better, I'd be fine with that. Let me know what you guys think. The next segment we're talking about is some quality of life changes, and we're going to start with team builders. They made some great improvements going into NHL 24 with team builders, giving you the ability to make team builders from any team to upgrade. You don't have to have different team builders to go to the next level. That was a good change. With that being said, they still didn't fix the team building set issue where you had to have at least 5 of the 80 pluses from your certain team, and sometimes if you autofilled, it just wouldn't work properly. It made building these sets really challenging, really frustrating, and sometimes you bought more cards than you really needed just because the set wouldn't autofill correctly. 2 months into the game, the 80s and the 79s are basically going for the same price anyways, so I would like to see them just simply have 25 players from one team regardless of the overall, or just fix the set so if you autofill it actually works, you know? Next up, I would like to see them give us the ability to upgrade players a lot easier and a lot faster. That way we're not spending so much time simply building 1 player. So as you can see here on this Bobby Orr, I wish you could just simply go from his base tier 1 all the way up to his max tier, hit 1 button, autofill all the collectibles needed from your collection. They can have a little pop-up, use 40 of your 50 collectibles. You just hit yes, and bam, you got the max tier, as opposed to going through each tier and individually selecting each power-up collectible. With this Bobby Orr, wouldn't be too bad, but let's say you're starting from an X Factor that's 77 overall and getting them to 99. It takes a long time to do that, and just going up to his max level, hitting a couple buttons. If you have all the stuff, it'd be a really good change in my opinion. And the last quality of life change that I'd like to see is the obvious one. Everyone's been mentioning this since launch of the game, really. I'm going to go through and make a 99 Lidstrom with gold quick pick, add him to my squad. I want to try him out, and I have so much stuff that I might as well. So we're going to go ahead and autofill here with 40 players, some 80 overall NHLers, whatever. We're going to complete this. We're going to go get our Lidstrom card. And in August of this game, to get the one player that I want, I have to sit here and individually reveal every single one of these 8 icons. That takes so long. It's the same 8 cards that I know have been in there since launch of the game. There's the card I want. I still can't select that card right now. I gotta go through and every single one individually show off this sick animation. It is a cool animation, but I don't want to sit here for way too long every single time. And finally, gents, we're gonna talk gameplay. So this is obviously gonna be a lot of personal preference and personal opinions. Gameplay is super subjective. I'm just gonna share my personal thoughts. Please speak up, let me know what you guys think about gameplay, anything else in this video really, in the comments down below. Here we go. So first off, in general, I think NHL 24, the controls and the movements in the game just overall felt a bit clunky to me, certainly compared to NHL 23 and the games prior. For whatever reason, this game doing simple like between the legs dekes is a lot harder to do, and I don't mind having some kind of a skill gap. But like even the first few months in this game, just trying to take a slap shot. Like I'm a Div 2 player. I'm not elite at the game, but I'm not a noob, and it was hard for me to do a slap shot at times early on in the game, which is just weird. So if they could go back to a little bit smoother thumb stick controls, I would like to see that. I think one of the cooler additions to NHL 24 was the button icon passing. Still, even at 99 overall, sometimes that button icon passing just didn't work. I'm not sure why. I have a guy wide open charging up the ice. I hit his icon and it ices the puck and doesn't go to him when I probably could have manually just passed it. So I don't know why that still doesn't work sometimes, at least at 99 overall. He's supposed to have 99 passing. But I think it'd be a really easy addition to have that same concept for player switching. So when you're on defense and you're trying to switch around to your players, it is a little challenging in this game. Give us the option to have that button icon player switching. It should be an easy add, I would imagine, and I think it'd be a good necessary change. Another thing that I was planning on mentioning anyways, and this could tie into that, is when you, let's say you accidentally ice the puck and you're charging up to the ice to try to beat out the icing call, you can't manually switch to the highest guy up the ice. It just won't go to that guy first try. It's really strange. When you hit the RT button, if you're on Xbox, to switch to the guy that it's supposed to switch to the guy closest to the puck. When you ice the puck and you switch to players, it doesn't go to the guy closest to the puck. I don't know why. Again, button icon player switching could help with that, or they could just fix that issue. That'd be cool too. And then in general, I would like to see just a change in the meta. The meta from NHL 23, obviously we had the glitch wrap, which was a broken thing that I don't think they intended, obviously. And thankfully that was flipped. But also, besides the glitch wrap, there was still a meta that you kind of used behind the net, wrapped around in front, and got a pretty easy goal. Even if you weren't using the glitch wrap, you could still just walk out from the goal line and put it around the goalie pretty easily. That was kind of the meta in NHL 23. And that's not the meta in NHL 24. So I like that. Yes, there are glitch goals in NHL 24. The forced cross creases are a bit of a problem. I don't mind a cross crease goal, but I feel like you should have to earn that by pulling the defender out of position and not just beeline past the goal line, pass back door, and it goes through 3 defenders. So I hope in NHL 25, that is not so much in the game. Yes, there's going to be something else that is probably broken and super effective that shouldn't be, but at least it'll be different. And within that same concept, I would like, personally, I'm probably in the minority here, I know, I think it's a little bit too easy to just flick up from like the point and get an easy tip that you maybe didn't really necessarily deserve, or like if you just get into the offensive zone, you cut in and you just fire a puck along the ice and somehow your winger beats 4 defensemen and gets to that rebound for an easy goal, like, you didn't really do much to deserve that. I don't think that should go in a large majority of the time. All right, so let's wrap this video up with one of the more frustrating things about NHL 24, and that is the own self goals that your defenders seem to score in your own net. That happens way too often. Usually it's like a rebound that your defender gets the puck and auto locks and he's skating towards the net. And no matter what you're doing on your thumbstick, your left thumb could be pointed all the way up on your joystick. And for the first 1 or 2 seconds that AI defender gets the puck, you're like not controlling him. He just keeps skating right into the goal. And it's like, it's a little silly. There's way too many self goals and way too many goofy goals in this game. Part of that might be the new change to goalies. I think they should definitely work on improving what the goalies do. I don't think the goalie should be on his butt for no reason, let's say. But the self goals really are just kind of frustrating. And then in that same breath, the interference penalties that you're getting on the opponent's defenders or even the opponent's goalie, which is sometimes a 4 or 5 minute penalty when you're just trying to shoot the puck in this game, is a problem. I don't know why that's never been an issue in past games. I really hope that they fix that. And I know there's a way where you're supposed to hit like LT while you're shooting, and that should negate the ability to hit if you happen to lose the puck. That's something that's kind of hard to do. Like I've never been able to get my brain to do that naturally. I've just been complaining about the interference penalties all year when it happens. So maybe that's on me and I'll take full responsibility. But I think in the game, for next year, they could probably tweak it so that doesn't happen again, because that's how it was in NHL 21 and 22 and 23. That never really seemed to be an issue. And gentlemen, that's going to do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it this far, do me a favor, drop a like and let me know in the comments that you made it this far. I really appreciate you. I'm looking forward to NHL 25. If you're watching this video in the first week, we're probably getting some NHL 25 news this week. As I'm recording this, it's August 11th. This video is going live August 12th. Last year, we got an NHL 24 reveal on August 14th and the reveal trailer August 16th. So this week, we could see a reveal trailer for NHL 25, and I'll be breaking it down here on YouTube and TikTok and Twitch. Follow me, links down below. Appreciate you. See you next time.